Hey, if you're in marketing, you totally know this feeling. You've just launched a big campaign, you're glued to the dashboards, but there's always that little voice in your head asking, is this really the whole story? Well, today, we're going to dive into the hidden successes you might be missing and why what you can't see might just be your biggest win yet.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? After all that hard work, all the budget, all the creative energy, did any of it actually move the needle? The kind of uncomfortable truth is, we often only know what our measurement systems are capable of showing us. And you know what? That's a huge problem.
And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head. It's not just about the data you can see. It's about everything you're completely blind to. That success that happens offline, or maybe on a different device, or days later, to most standard tracking, it's totally invisible. Poof, gone. So let's talk about this blind spot, right? Some of the most valuable things a customer does, like seeing an ad on their phone and then walking into your store a week later, or doing research on their laptop and then finally buying on their tablet, those actions almost never show up in a neat little row on our dashboards.
And this is where it gets really dangerous. We start making huge decisions based on this incomplete picture. We shift budgets, we shape entire strategies, all based on the data we can see, not the full reality of how our customers are behaving. So we're basically optimizing for just a fraction of the truth.
Now, believe it or not, this problem gets even worse when we look at the dashboards themselves. Yeah, the very tools we depend on for clarity can actually be the source of all our confusion.
Just think about it for a second. You're running ads on social, you've got them on search, and through a publisher. So after a sale happens, who gets the credit? Well, the social platform says, yep, our ad did that. The search platform says, no way, it was our ad. Every single platform is literally designed to convince you of its own value.
And this slide just visualizes the chaos perfectly. Look at this. The social platform is claiming 10 conversions, search is claiming 8, the publisher says they drove 7. Okay, so that adds up to 25 conversions claimed. The big problem? Your business only recorded 15 actual sales. The math just doesn't work.
And to make matters even worse, we often double down on metrics that are, well, kind of flawed. We get obsessed with things like click-through rates, impressions, and views. But let's be real for a second. How many times have you accidentally clicked on an ad? I know I have. None of these things actually guarantee that a customer walked into your store or made a purchase.
So, this all brings us to the core idea of this whole explainer. The biggest danger to your marketing isn't that you're failing. Nope. It's that you're succeeding in ways you can't even see, and because of that, you can't replicate it or build on it.
Seriously, let that one sink in for a minute. It's not about the money you might be wasting, it's about the successful strategies you might accidentally turn off, just because you can't prove they're working. That is the real, hidden cost of bad measurement. So what do? How do we fix this whole mess? The good news is it's not hopeless, but it does require a real shift in how we think. It's all about deciding to invest in a system that can finally make the invisible visible. One that gives you true clarity.
And look, getting measurement right is not a passive thing. It takes a real upfront investment of your time and your energy to build the right foundation. You can't just flip a switch and hope for the best. You actually have to build the machine that gets you the answers.
Okay, so this slide basically lays out a roadmap to get there. Step 1, a universal pixel. Just think of this as a special piece of code that lets you see the entire customer journey on your website, not just little broken pieces. Step 2 is connecting the digital world to the real world with foot traffic data. This is so cool, it lets you see if your online ads are actually bringing people into your brick-and-mortar stores. For apps, you'll want an MMP, a mobile measurement partner. That helps you track how your ads are leading to downloads and what people are doing inside the app. And finally, step 4, the Holy Grail, connecting all of this directly to purchases so you can finally see exactly how your marketing spend is lifting your actual sales.
So you know it all comes down to a choice. Are you going to believe the siloed, self-serving story that each individual platform is telling you? Or are you going to build a system that tells you the actual truth about what's driving your business?
As a marketer, you really do have a choice. You can just accept the dashboard's version of reality, or you can roll up your sleeves and do the work to build a much more accurate view. It really boils down to this. The more you put into your measurement, the more you are going to get out of it.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on for your own campaigns. What invisible successes are out there right now for you? What amazing results did you and your team actually drive that you never gave yourselves credit for? Finding that answer, well, that could change everything.
Subscribe now to AdTech AI Files, bite-sized ad tech content for those of us living in an AI world.